got a new Glock. I got a new Glock. I got a new Glock. Hey, 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 hey. Ooh, yeah. Oh, they smell so good when you first get them out of the box. Oh, listen to that slide. Ooh, I can't wait to put the first round through this thing, and now I forgot my ammo. What are you doing? No. No! What's up, everybody? My name is Scott and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. We're back on the range and today we have another gun failure science experiment. But before we get started, check out the new shirts. You all requested these, so here they are. Kentucky Chainosaurus. I love this design. It's going to be a limited run, 2 weeks only, ends on May 25th. There's a link in the description down below, and they're available in youth sizes. Now, let's go get set up and get started. So at this point, we have blown up 2 RN50s, one unintentionally, and one intentionally. A Barrett M82A1, I'm still financially recovering from that one, and a bolt action rifle. So at this point, I think it's time we shift gears and we try out some handguns. So today we have arguably one of the most popular semi-automatic handguns out there, a Glock 19. This is a 9mm semi-automatic handgun, and it is something that is very popular when it comes to concealed carry and one of my personal favorites when it comes to concealed carry. Today we're going to see what happens when this thing fails in a catastrophic manner. But before we do that, let's try it out and make sure it's functioning correctly. So first, I'm going to do a mag dump. I have 15 rounds of 124 grain 9mm Underwood ammo, and I'm just going to dump it as fast as I possibly can. All right, seems to be working all right, but we need to shoot it a few more times. All right, first we're gonna shoot this little garden gnome. He's been rooting around in my garden, so we're gonna get rid of him. It just looks like he has a giant mouth now. Okay, up next, we are gonna shoot a miniature Stretch Armstrong. He's got wobbly legs here. Oh, come on, stay. Oh, almost had it. Almost had it. Oh, oh, here we go, here we go. All right. He went flying like 20 feet that way. That blew right, oh, that blew right through him. The last thing we're going to shoot before we set up for our science experiment is a Premier Body Armor bullet-resistant wallet. I'm really curious to see if this actually stops a round. By the way, I'm loaded up with some 115 grain plus P 9mm rounds. So, hot little round. Okay. So yeah, there's where we hit. And shot into the other side, but it did not make it through the back of the wallet. The bullet should be in there. Oh, there it is. And that is very hot. Well, it's not that hot. Well, that's pretty cool. Ow! Okay, that was a little hotter than I thought it was. Bulletproof wallet actually works. So now the moment you've all been waiting for, the actual science experiment. Really excited about today's setup. Let me tell you a little bit about it. We have a cinder block wall as usual. This is going to protect us from shrapnel. We're also going to be back pretty far, and we'll be pulling the trigger with this string. Now, the gun is in a vise, and behind the gun we have a Ballistic Dummy Labs zombie head. This has life like bone, flesh, and on the inside is squishy. The hands here are new, and I'm really excited about these. You've got some simulated bone in there and simulated flesh. So I've got that wrapped around the gun as best as possible. First, we're going to take one shot with a normal round, make sure our setup is working correctly, and then we're going to put a super spicy round in there and most likely squib the barrel just to make sure this thing fails, and we'll see what would happen to you if you had a catastrophic failure with a Glock 19. Okay, so first we are going to load just a regular 9mm round. This is a 124 grain full metal jacket. I'll place that inside. We will slowly let that forward. And now I'm going to get back and pull the string. Let's see if our setup actually works. Probably going to pull the string pretty hard, so I'm going to be down here when I pull it. Nothing's happening. There we go. So our test fire went well. Now it's time to see if we can actually get this thing to have a catastrophic malfunction. So here's what I did. I was going to squib the barrel, but I started to do that and I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to get the round far enough down the barrel. So instead, I stuck the round up here on the front of the gun, so the front of this barrel is clogged. And now the round that we're going to load this with, now this is going to sound absurd because it is. In theory, if you had a gun that would actually hold together, it would produce upwards of 400,000 PSI. If this little spicy boy doesn't blow up this Glock 19, I don't know what will. So needless to say, I'm going to load this in here very carefully, and then we are going to get back there, hide, and pull the string. Just going to slide that in there, right meow. Okay, here we go. Just slide her home very carefully. And we're locked in, folks. All right, let's make sure that this string is up on the trigger good. And now we run. All right, folks, here we go. Place your predictions in the comment section down below. Here we go. So, the gun did not explode, surprisingly, but it does look like we did some damage to the gun. Let's get it out of there and take a look at it. So, I looked at the slow-mo footage to have a better idea of what happened with this gun. First of all, Mr. Ballistic Dummy here, he's okay. This hand did not get messed up at all. This is just from me trying to set it up. This hand, though, you can see some black on that thumb. So something zapped at the very end of that thumb on this hand. As for the gun, at first glance, you can see right here that that piece blew out. This rod is moving freely. Our mag has been released and the slide is not seated. So we're going to try to take this thing apart now, or at least just rack the slide back. All right, so we've lost some pieces of the gun. That just fell out. Let's see if we can, looks like it's pretty seized up. The slide release is all bent. You get a little movement. You definitely would not be able to use it again. Here we go. All right, trigger's pulled back. Oh yeah, there we go. That barrel is not wanting to come out. Let's see if I can use this punch and a hammer, kind of get this out of there. Now I can just whack it that way. I think that'll come out now. Oh, it's so close. Okay, we got some bulge at the end of that barrel. It's hard for you to see it probably, but it is bulged. I'm kind of regretting now not squibbing the barrel right here, but that still was such an overpressured round that should have done it in the first place. So it looks like our brass actually just pushed out and molded to the barrel, which is pretty wild. And it is stuck in there real good. So here is a normal Glock 19 frame. Looks pretty good. Here is our frame from the Glock 19 that just blew up. So you can see here that this whole section here is kind of blowed out. So those pieces are broken too. See, it's missing that piece. Did some damage, but nowhere near as much as I thought it would. Here is a normal Glock 19 barrel, and here is our barrel from the Glock 19 with the spicy round in it. You can see the bulge now if you compare it to the normal Glock 19 barrel, and now you can really see how that brass just smushed into the barrel and kind of form-fitted itself in there. Here is a normal Glock 19 mag, and here is the mag from our Explodey Glock 19, and you can see there's quite a bit of damage to that. And then here we have a normal Glock 19 slide, and then here is our slide that came off of the Explodey Glock 19. So you'll notice this Glock slide has its extractor, and the Glock 19 slide from the spicy round is missing the extractor. This is a normal, healthy Glock 19 slide, and this is the one from the spicy round. And you'll notice that this slide has some cracks there on the end. So after dissecting this Glock 19 and looking at the slow-mo footage, it appears that when the round went off, it managed to actually clear the barrel obstruction, and then the gun started to lose pressure. If this gun would have been sealed tight, it would have achieved a maximum of 400,000 PSI. But this is a semi-automatic handgun. The slide started to go backwards and it started to lose pressure, but it still was a tremendous amount more than what this gun is meant to handle. So when that happened, we had pieces start to fail. It seemed like the majority of the pressure escaped through this area, and that's why our slide releases are kind of bowed outwards. This gun did get damaged, but it did not explode. All in all, I'm pretty impressed. The Glock 19 is one of my favorite semi-automatic handguns, and now I think I like it just a little bit more. Now it's time for a little bit of bonus footage. You're swinging your hammer, you get distracted, and you smack your finger. Oh, I hit the wrong finger. Let's try this one. Oh, that's bad. Now the ring finger. Now the whole hand. Oh! You definitely need to go to the doctor. Another example. This is why you cut away from you and not towards you. That would be bad. Gun safety, knife safety, and hammer safety. I hope you learned something today. I am really enjoying this series, and I hope that you are too. What gun would you like to see fail next? Leave your answers in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed to Kentucky Ballistics, do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure and check me out on Kentucky Customs, Kentucky Ballistics Shorts, Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to all those can be found in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics. I'll see you next time.